In early 2013, 21-year-old Canadian student Elisa Lam arrived in Los Angeles as part of a solo trip down the West Coast. She checked into a budget room right in the sprawling density of downtown, but a few days later she completely disappeared. The Los Angeles Police Department launched a missing persons investigation, searching the hotel with tracking dogs, canvassing the neighborhood, and checking the roof. Despite these efforts, the search led nowhere. To find new leads, the police decided to crowdsource help from the public. 2 weeks after she went missing, they released a piece of evidence that would change the trajectory of the case: a silent security video from one of the hotel's elevators. In the footage, Elisa's behavior is erratic. She presses nearly every button in a row, steps in and out of the car, and hides in the corner. At one point, she stands in the hallway, gesturing to an empty space, as if speaking to someone just out of view. The video lacks audio and context, creating a massive information vacuum. When a viewer watches someone react to a threat they cannot see, the brain attempts to fill in the missing logic. Millions of people watched the clip, attempting to solve the mystery from their keyboards. Without hard facts to anchor the discussion, the public effort moved away from reality as users began to construct their own explanations for what they saw. Amateur investigators flooded forums like Reddit and web sleuths, breaking the footage down frame by frame. They scrutinized her body language, the reflections in the elevator doors, and the exact sequence of the buttons she pressed. This timeline of the CCTV file shows a specific anomaly, a missing minute of footage. Additionally, the timecode was visibly blurred. That gap became the basis for theories of an institutional cover-up, pointing toward hotel staff or the LAPD. These theories gained traction when users connected the location to a darker history. Elisa was staying at the Stay on Main, a budget-friendly hostel that shared the same building and elevators as the notorious Cecil Hotel. The Cecil was known for a history of violence and crime. It had served as a temporary home for notorious serial killers, including Richard Ramirez, who stayed there during his murder spree in the mid-1980s. The blurred footage and the building's history merged. The online narrative now centered on killers, demonic entities, and ghosts. A real disappearance had become an interactive digital story. While the internet focused on the screen, the physical reality of the hotel's environment was ignored. The Cecil sat on the edge of Skid Row, an area defined by extreme poverty and chaos, a difficult environment for a young person traveling alone. There was also a critical digital footprint that the viral narrative overlooked. Elisa maintained a Tumblr blog where she wrote about her severe bipolar disorder and her frequent struggles with depression and medication. Inside the hotel, a separate problem was unfolding. Guests began complaining to management that the water pressure was dropping and that the water from their taps was murky and had a strange odor. On the morning of February 19th, a maintenance worker went to the roof to check the utilities. He climbed the side of one of the 4 water tanks, opened the metal hatch, and looked inside. Inside the tank that had been supplying the building's water for over 2 weeks, he found the body of Elisa Lam. While millions were analyzing video frames for digital ghosts, the physical truth of the case was slowly decaying in the water tanks right above the guests' heads. Following a full investigation, the coroner's office issued its official ruling: Elisa Lam's death was an accidental drowning. This chart shows the progression of a severe manic episode. The autopsy confirmed that Elisa was not taking her prescribed medication. Medical experts noted that a manic break can cause extreme paranoia and a desperate instinct to hide in small or dangerous spaces, which explains why she entered the tank. Much of the online community rejected these findings in favor of conspiracy. They claimed the water tank lid was too heavy for her to close, ignoring the maintenance worker's testimony that the hatch was actually open when he arrived. A tragic mental health crisis does not offer the same narrative satisfaction as a complex murder. For those who had spent weeks treating the case like a game, the truth was an unwanted ending to the mystery. The obsession surrounding Elisa Lam revealed the disconnect between speculative entertainment and physical truth. In the search for a gripping mystery, the clinical reality of severe mental illness was treated as an afterthought.